This podcast contains mature language. Listener discretion is advised.
Previously on the Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Our heroes, Val, Angus, and Meilin, launched their assault on Cragmaw Castle. After defeating the guards and their reinforcements, they discovered a vile altar to the goblin's god and a piece of Val's brother left behind as a sacrifice. Enraged, Val stormed through the castle until they reached the king's chambers. There, they found a drow and a massive bugbear who held Val's lost ally, Gundren Rockseeker, hostage. A fierce battle erupted, and our heroes managed not only to slay their adversaries, but also to save Gundren from the brink of death.
House of Crit presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons adventure podcast.
Chapter 22. Locks and Peace. You three wake up in the ruined king's chamber here, smelling the mold and decay of this decrepit facility. You still hear the raspy, labored breathing of Gundren laying in the corner. Now hitting level 4, feeling fully rejuvenated, refreshed. What do you three do?
Well, I'm fully rejuvenated, just said, right? Mm-hmm. We went through the map. Mm-hmm. We made sure to see our map that Silder gave us versus the map that Gundren had.
Correct.
We got the exact location of the cave, Vega cave, right?
Yes.
I mean, can we attempt to wake up Gundren?
You can certainly try. He seems still very bad off. You can see his body is covered in this patchwork of black and blue from being beaten repeatedly. His skin has a very sallow quality to it that he appears to be extremely malnourished.
I thought I gave him one of my healing potions. I had 2.
You did.
Okay.
This is part of the reason he's still alive.
Gotcha. Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and right off the bat cast Aid on us 3.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Since he's an ally, I'll do it for Gundren as well.
Alrighty. And what does Aid do?
Says my spell bolsters the allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 characters. Oh wait, that does not include me. Sorry, Gundren.
Sorry, Gundren.
No, he needs it more than I do. So all 3 of you will get your maximum hit point up by 5, and you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And that lasts for 8 hours.
Okay. Thank you very much. As I feel sorry. So he's really beat up. And I just attempt to gently move him like Gundren.
And he kind of just moves a little bit, and you see this reflex of pain on his face, and he just kind of. But
Gundren needs Val.
you see him kind of turn a little bit, very meekly move his head up, and you see this one eye open, and you can see that the capillaries in the eye are even burst from the beating that he's taken, and this one eye opens, and you see this very, very faint smile appear on his face before he just goes out again.
Do you two know each other?
Yeah, he's the one I told you that hired me at the beginning.
Oh, man. Has it been some time since you've seen him last.
I mean, this is the whole reason we came all the way down here to find my brother. But initially, we were trying to find him.
Wow.
So I don't. And there's no. This is to the DM. There's nothing because his brothers were with him. They went missing also, right?
No one has seen his brothers either.
Yeah.
But he went missing at a different point, right?
So they went missing
Later.
before
Gundren
did, I believe, because he had sent them ahead. Correct?
And no one
No one
all the
knows.
information you have, and just no one's heard from them.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we move him?
Move him how?
Is there anything around here that we can do like a makeshift,
There's a bed. I
like
think, or a table.
what is that called? Like
Like a stretcher?
like a stretcher.
Yeah, there is a makeshift ratty bed that the large bugbear was apparently using in here. With a little bit of doing, you could fastoon it together to create kind of a
use wood.
draw stretcher.
From the table, wood, and the bed itself, and make
Well,
it.
here's the thing though. We haven't explored the whole place. Make sure that everything. We just like
Right.
locked everything down.
Right.
Should we attempt to stay here until he wakes up? And then, or should we, somebody stay here with him and the other two go explore?
With the thieves' tools that I have,
Mhm.
could I possibly lock the door from the outside?
You take a look at the door, and it does not appear to have any type of locking mechanism to it. Just has a latch on it.
What about
Yes.
the front door up here? Does that have a locking
Yeah,
mechanism
but
as well?
there's a door here too, I believe, right?
But that's where we're gonna go.
You guys don't remember seeing one,
Okay.
but yes, there is also a
Door there.
curtain right here.
Got
It's
it.
another one of those stone-colored claws.
Sorry, I just couldn't see it from.
That's right.
But we've also been in here for 8 hours.
Yeah, I know. We don't know what is outside that door.
We don't know if
Our door
if
is
they've-
barricaded too, so we don't know.
If they've got reinforcements. I mean, I'm sure somebody heard something. I wasn't exactly quiet.
I mean, he's gonna wake up and hopefully feel a little bit better.
How long did he's in really bad shape?
I know.
Though.
Can we maybe give him a heal or leave him a potion?
Let me ask you a question. How much did you pay for that potion?
Was it 50 gold, I think? 25. One of them was when you gave me.
Okay,
You gave me one prior. I had one on me and you gave me one. So I gave him the...
I'm going to go up to him, and I'm going to put my hands on his temples,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say, "Come back to us, brother," and cast Healing Word.
Okay.
So hopefully he'll be able to move, even if it's at half speed.
Yeah.
So that is 6 altogether.
Okay. You see some of the bruises, the discoloration start to fade a little bit on his body. And he starts to stir a little bit. His breathing becomes a little less labored. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Big money.
Big money.
Things don't really work. Stupid. So that is a 21.
21. You can tell that he is still very critically
is it?
injured. Just kind of inspecting his body, you can feel a couple ribs move a little more freely than they should. He definitely needs long tending to in a secured location.
Right, which is not something that I can give him right now.
Or that should be done here.
I mean, do you really want to stay here for days while I keep just charging him with magic?
No.
Yeah.
It's
me
not
either.
safe.
Because as soon as we open that door, I mean, there could be another 5 bugbears.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
On this area right here that went towards the outside.
This is a
fall.
collapsed wall
It's
So
locked
it's
area, but
just-
this is all enclosed.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
in here.
locked in. So maybe we can put him in there.
Yeah. I promise we are getting to 3D terrain to be more easily visible.
So, can we put him on create the stretcher, leave him in this area right here, and attempt to lock? Oh, there was no door here, you said last time?
There is a door.
There is a door.
But it has no lock either?
Correct. All the doors you've seen so far have simple latches to them.
Is any of the furniture tall? Well,
Which way does it open? What's the swing? Out?
That door pushes in.
In. Okay.
Yeah. This door pulls in. This door pushes in.
So, my assumption being he is a miner and quite capable of tools, maybe.
He's not really quite capable of sitting up, though.
Yeah, true.
we gotta get him out of here. Let's scout ahead first, like 3 or 4 rooms, and then come back and get him. Try to close everything behind us as best as possible.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave him on the bed, and then we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna go room by room, like starting here. If we do notice, that area right there, that raggedy thing, curtain, then we're actually gonna check this. Then we're gonna attempt to check, like here, and then the hallways, and then see if there's no noise or anything, and then we can move out and take him with us, right? It's gonna be a really slow pace, though.
Yeah, and that's okay. I think that once we're pretty sure that it's clear. I think that between the 3 of us, we can get him to safety.
I go into my purse, like the gold. I take 50 gold, give it to Meilin, and was like, "Do you mind giving him that potion? You
You can have it. I don't need the gold.
And then I just put the gold back in, and I gave him that extra potion right there.
Okay. Again, you see a little more color come into Gundren's face.
Do I have to roll or anything
Um,
to see how much?
yes, go ahead, roll for me.
How much? It's 1.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
So while he's rolling, I'm going to go ahead and do my divine feature.
4.
Okay.
And I'll do the Blessing of the Forge on myself, which guarantees me the +1 to armor class.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna leave him in the bed, and like, do you mind if I take point?
Go away. That's fine. I'm looking at my hammer. I'm looking at my axe. Like the hammer and the axe. I'm going to stow away the axe.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring out the hammer and I'm going to cast magic weapon.
And what does magic weapon do?
Magic weapon is I touch a non-magical weapon. Haha. Until the spell ends, which is a concentration up to 1 hour. That weapon becomes a magic weapon with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Okay. So you're concentrating on that?
Yes.
Alrighty. And aid is not a concentration spell?
Nope.
Okay.
So we remove the furniture that was blocking. We take off the baton that was holding the door also.
You pull the pitons, you
Yeah.
take the reinforcements off
And
the
I
door.
want to listen first to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Okay, go ahead, give me a perception check.
Can I assist? I was gonna say.
If you can explain to me how you help somebody listen.
Well, because I was right behind him.
He's,
so
like,
I was
right
listening
here.
as well. But I didn't know if you wanted me to roll my own roll for like listening by the door,
Go ahead, give me a perception check as well.
or if assisting with his, so that he gets advantage.
16.
16, okay.
9. So
9, okay.
he hears better than I do.
You hear through, you unfortunately, you don't hear anything.
Right.
You hear
He's
this
right here with
slight airflow sound. You can hear the air moving through the passages of the castle's kind of hollow sound. And you look out through the 2 arrow slits here, and you can see in the distance the trees are moving quite a bit. You can tell that it's outside is pretty windy and it's blowing through the castle, but you hear nothing that sounds particularly threatening.
Okay. I open the door.
So what do you hear?
15 bugbears come running out.
You hear wind monsters.
I step right here.
Okay. You see this, once again, this dusty room that you guys originally ran through. Taking a little bit closer inspection, you can see through here, the only light coming through is through the doorway you just entered from the light that's coming from outside. The rest of this room is pitch black.
Do I notice the curtain here?
You vaguely recall seeing a curtain there, but your vision goes
No.
nowhere. You can't, especially from this angle, you can see maybe 5 feet in front of you.
So I'm gonna turn back real quick and be like, Angus, can you cast light on my shield?
Yeah, we go ahead and I'll stop tending to Gundren. And I'll walk up and like this, and I touch his shield. And I say, "See the light." I want to glow blue.
Blue.
Okay. This bright blue
Doesn't
light.
attract bugs.
Very important. This bright blue light extends off of your shield for roughly 20 feet, which fully illuminates the immediate room. You can clearly see the cloth here is swaying just a little bit, but it feels like it's the air current that seems to be moving it.
All right. So I have my sword out, shield, and I'm gonna move the curtain right here,
Okay.
ready just in case something does actually come up.
I turn back to Meilin. I'm like, "Oh, here he goes again."
All right.
I'm being cautious.
I say he's an adventurous adventurer.
You can now see in a larger room that your light goes brightly for 20 feet, and another 20 feet beyond that you can see dimly, which you can see all the way through the room here. This door is slightly ajar into the room. You can see a very little bit of light from this area through the cracks in the ceiling seem to come in here, but this is primarily lit by your shield. You can see that there's a stone brazier here in the middle. It has coals in it, so it had previously been used, at least somewhat recently, but they are cold. And there are 4 straw pallets strewn along the eastern wall. You can see this is all collapsed, still creating kind of a barrier, but it's not the careful stonework that the towers were made of. Most of the other items you see scattered about the room is smashed furniture that's just been piled up and pushed to the side. So somebody cleared this area for use, but you see nothing in here moving, and you see a door over here.
Okay.
Before you continue,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come in and walk up here behind you.
And I'll be right behind
Okay.
that.
Can you guys close the door at least?
I
Like
did.
put it together. Okay.
That closes.
Slammed it.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna
I'm not a barbarian.
and I'm like, I see a door on the other side, so be ready for anything. Okay.
Okay.
And then I just start moving next to the brazier. Make sure that it's actually coal.
Yeah, you put your hand to it, and it is cold stone.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move right up to here.
Okay. And what are you two doing?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
Here, we'll flank him just in
Yeah.
case.
That sounds good.
Okay. As you take...
I'm kind of keeping an eye on this door just in case as well.
Okay.
So as they're checking that side out, I'm just here waiting in case someone.
You can look into this area. It's very, very dim with a few almost like spotlights of light that come through. What you can see are cracks in what had been the ceiling.
What time is it looking through the window about? Because there's a arrow window out there. What time does it look like?
Go ahead and give me a survival check to ascertain about roughly time of day.
13.
13? You estimate it's morning, but you're not able to get much of a fix.
Okay.
And as you approach the door, you can see that unlike the other doors in this place, this door is relatively new. It seems to be made of very solid wood. You kind of push your hand on it. Very, very solid wood, and it has an actual lock on its latch.
I tell them that information.
Is it locked?
Can I try the door?
Sure. The latch does not. It's a pull latch, and it's locked solid.
Okay, let me try.
Is there another door
I got
over
a
here
kit.
But I'm a thief, and I have a kid.
that I
True.
can recall?
I gave you
From
the
that
rest of my
side, no. That you guys recall that it was vaguely
Okay, so it's blocked off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we can remove that as well. We'll fold that up.
Okay.
Let me see what I can do here.
So I'll switch with Meilin. Because I know he has my Thieves kit.
Yeah, I have thieves' tools.
Since it's really dark in here, hold your shield up.
Okay.
Over like at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So you give him a light source to work with.
Thanks.
It's like a dad.
Good idea.
It's like, don't move it.
He's like, here's some light in your face.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, not in his face. I mean, shining on the lock, obviously.
Appreciate that.
Go ahead and give
Thank
me a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus, since you know how to use these tools.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So dex plus my dexterity,
Mm-hmm.
23.
23. Yep, you put the picks in the
I
lock,
think you got it.
I think I. Oh,
and you can tell that this, while it's a heavy iron lock mechanism, is almost simplistic in its construction because you just kind of rotate around. There's only like 2 tumblers you feel in there. You just pop them both, and you hear the latch disengage.
I got it.
Like, that seemed real easy. How easy do you think it would be for you to lock it again?
Pretty simple.
I mean, he should know the mechanism, right?
Mhm.
Already?
That's why I was asking about the other
No,
door.
I
just in
take that
case.
lock.
Huh?
I'm taking the lock.
Oh, is it a lock that you can take with you?
No, it's part of the
Oh,
latch.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Never
Oh,
mind.
I thought it was a door.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. Keep that for later.
Like if it was like a master padlock.
Yeah, no, there's a handle with it's a plate that
Yeah,
has the
gotcha.
handle and it has the
Okay.
keyhole.
All right, so I tell Meilin to
Keeping that
switch with
back
me
here
again.
for later.
I could take
Since
it
it's
with
already open,
my tools.
we can take the door.
Undo it.
Awesome.
No, take the whole mechanism.
Yeah, the whole mechanism.
And then I'm gonna.
Open the door, you just push them out.
I'm like, I just look at them. I'm like, you ready?
Always.
And I go ahead and. Is it a push or is it a pull? You
It appears to be a push.
I go ahead and with the shield
Mm-hmm.
and push and then push the door.
Slowly, or you throwing this open?
I throw it open,
All right.
right?
I mean, you already did it.
Yep.
So, yes.
I throw it
Yeah.
open, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You throw it open, and inside of here, from a few places up roughly here, through cracks in the wall, plus the 2 arrow slits, you can tell that this is a round tower. The upper floors of the tower have all collapsed to create kind of this large, almost silo shape. Roughly 30 feet before the collapsed part creates almost a dome at the top of it. There's dust and rubble and broken glass all over the floor, and you can see that there are these 2 benches set up that have a variety of items strewn about them. A couple of pouches, 1 small chest, and what languages are you? You're right here.
I take 1 step. Well, can I check for traps before I move in?
So you threw the door. Okay, so you just
So I
threw open
threw the door,
Okay.
and I want to see if there's like.
Okay,
there's
go ahead
like
and make a.
He's like, ha!
Are you just looking around,
Door's
or are
open.
you
I'm
like,
looking-
touching and like
I'm
inspecting?
using my sword
Mhm.
to like push the tiles up front.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That would be 15.
15. You find nothing. You push on 1 flagstone, and it wiggles a little bit. So you jab it a few more times, and you can tell that it's just nothing's happening. It's just a loose flagstone.
Okay, so I'll take a step forward, and I'd keep doing that as I approach in.
Do I hear
Okay.
anything in the room?
You go ahead and give me a perception check.
Because I can't really see from where I'm at, but I can hear. I mean, I guess I can see him, but
Yeah, this room is dimly lit in here from the natural
17.
light coming through. 17, you don't hear anything but the occasional gust of wind from outside coming through the 2 arrow slits in the wall here.
Okay. Okay, so
I'm going to come into the room as well then.
you can move me forward if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come over here on this side.
It looks to be all clear. People
Yep.
wise. Like,
Yeah, there you don't see there are no creatures in here. Nothing appears to be a threat. You do see on one of the tables there is a small chest set sitting on top of it, and there are a couple pieces of parchment underneath it.
What does the chest look like? Like a wooden chest?
It's a small wooden chest. It has what appears to be an iron latch on it. It is not decorative. It has no filigree to it. There's no markings.
I kind of just turn back just to keep an eye behind us, again, in case we don't know what came throughout.
Okay.
I'm not really interested in the chest, so letting them explore it.
All right.
Meilin.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
If
Or
it's
like,
locked,
is,
let me know.
is there a lock on it?
On the chest? None that you see. It seemed from. Are you guys like getting up and like? What
Okay.
are
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Where is it?
I'm
I'm
getting,
only keeping an eye on the door.
Is
I
it
mean,
here?
You need me to unlock a chest?
It is on this bench.
Okay, so
then while you go through this bench, I will go through this bench.
and I use the sword to try to carefully unlatch it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a
You.
mimic.
At least I have my sword right in his mouth then.
Yeah. You slide the. It's a very simple latch. It just
Then you use shove.
turns to the side and raise the lid, and you can see a pile of coins inside the chest.
Okay, and there's only coins, right?
You push around in
Mimic
there,
babies.
Oh, that's so cute.
and you hear a slight clink that does not feel metallic underneath some of the coins.
Okay, so I put my sword back,
Mhm.
and then I go actually check the chest.
Okay. You brush a couple of the coins aside, and you see a small vial of red liquid inside the chest. You recognize as a healing potion.
Oh shoot! Sweet. Healing potion. All right, so one healing potion. Yeah, I take the contents of the chest and letting Angus look. I found this before I put it away.
Okay.
How many coins?
Can I like try to investigate real quickly?
Okay.
You're
The
very
coins
familiar
you
with
find 90 electrum pieces and 120 gold pieces.
Getting paid today.
I actually love how like my character sheet doesn't even have coin slot area. It has all attacks and damaging things because I'm like, I don't need
Yeah, I was about
that.
to say your character's unconcerned with those
Yeah,
things.
I don't need those
Yeah,
things.
all my
but
stuff is
all
on-
this killing stuff, I'm good with
I
that.
think it's on the second page.
So-
Yeah, it is. It is.
So it was only the chest on that bench
There's the chest on that
and
bench,
scrolls, right?
and there were a couple pieces of parchment set under the chest.
Okay, so I attempt to investigate.
Okay. You pull them up, and they are written in Dwarvish script
Perfect.
that you can read. You can tell that one of them is some notes on a couple of dig sites, and you recognize after reading it for a while that it's Gundren's handwriting. Some of these are more of Gundren's papers.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
and you were inspecting the other table?
Yeah, I wanted to let him do his, and then I'll do mine.
Okay. And the table on this side, you can tell that there is a just behind it, like almost as if they'd been pushed off of the table, a couple of ratty packs, a couple of backpacks and things. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Ouch.
And I don't hear anything coming
That
from
is an 8.
the rest of the.
That is an 8. You find a variety of bags that contain some miner's tools, some hand picks, a couple of panning trays, a couple of small hammers. You do find 7 serviceable pitons in one pack. And you also, at the bottom, and it appears to have been used previously, but from the variety of salves and bandages in this pack, you can tell that this is a healer's kit,
Sweet nectar.
and you estimate that it has 4 uses still left in it.
Okay. Alright.
Awesome.
Like looking around, I just found a bunch of mining stuff. This could have been Gundren's gear before he got captured.
Yeah.
Do we take it with us?
I would think that's the right thing to do.
Give it back to Gundren.
I mean, we're not taking
mean,
it. I just didn't know if we wanted to
his-
move faster. And
Well, I mean, I can just throw on the backpack. It's not a big deal.
okay. Well,
So this way, he at least gets his stuff. His life's not over thanks to us.
All right, so I take the healing potion
Mm-hmm.
and I look at it and like I think we should give this to Gundren, see if we can actually move faster.
I think that's a great idea.
All right, so let's move back. I think give this to Gundren and see if we can start heading out.
Okay.
So actually,
So-
is there anything else around in that's it?
That is everything that you found in there.
Okay.
I moved to this door to listen. Again, just being cautious.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one final perception check. While they're
13.
13. Just the sound of the wind.
Okay.
It's a good noise.
Yes. Very pleasant.
I'm actually, while they're going
Doesn't
back
sound like a bug
to
bait.
Gunner, I'm going to take it a step further. And I'm asking if you don't hear anything, right?
No.
And the door is slightly ajar, correct?
Correct.
Right, I'm actually going to go out to about here and kind of look both ways before I cross the street.
Okay. You can see the two stone-colored cloths are still hanging there to kind of create partitions. You see the light from outside coming in through the ceiling.
Do I see it coming from over here as well? From the...
There's a little bit of light coming in underneath the curtain here. All right. So while Angus is exploring more of the castle complex here, you return to Gundren?
I'm actually gonna tell Meilin before you step out. Do you mind checking all these beds right here in this room while I go back to Gundren?
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Go ahead. You give me an investigation check while...
Okay. And I want to use my staff
Mhm.
to kind of like move the bedding around just in case.
Okay.
Spring loaded
Prudent.
or something crazy. You know, thieves can never be too good for it.
Wow. I don't get the potion to Gundren.
And the number is...
1
Total?
plus
Investigation?
2 is 3.
Yeah, we can math.
We did maths.
Yeah,
Wow,
you
I rolled a 1. God dang it, I didn't roll a 1 on that lock.
You poke around under there, and it's just straw batting to create kind of bedding. But there's, you poke one area, and you see a pretty big roach kind of scurry out. But that's it.
5 healing potion that I gave Gundren just in case.
5. All right.
So after that, I kind of just join Angus, keep an eye on him and this other curtain side plus the door, and
Okay.
I see too many avenues for him to get ambushed or attacked or something, so I want to get back under.
That's a good call.
Okay. You see just a little more color coming to Gundren's chase, but he is still out.
Ooh.
Alright, so I'm gonna head back out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna carefully go through here.
All right. What you all see is this piece of gray canvas here that kind of creates an outside door. You see it kind of flap a little bit as a gust kind of pushes it. Each of you go ahead and make perception checks for me.
$20.
13.
22.
All right.
Sherlock Holmes, that thing.
Eyes wide open.
Yeah, in the distance, you can hear a few birds chirping. You hear the wind rustling through the trees, but you don't hear any other creature sound.
When it flapped kind of a little bit in the wind, so with my 20 perception, do I see that we're on ground level with it, the opening, or is the opening...
You can see it descends a little bit just past the opening, that this castle was on a little bit of a rise in a large cleared area from when you guys first assaulted the place.
And here's the question, honestly, is do we want to go all the way back to the front door?
No, I think
Well,
Or should we just go through this little...
Let's see what this leads to first. We can always come back, but let's check this out.
should we put Gundren in this room? And lock it?
Where we can lock. But what if...
They have the key.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it's still the same. It's a little bit less risk than just leaving him there while we
No.
check that out.
My thought to his positive on that would be, there's usually only one person with the one key that can open that door. It's not like if a bunch of guards came back or bugbears, they're not going to have the key. It's usually going to be the one person. So the odds of them having the key are less likely, but it's possible.
That's a fair point.
So me thinking back
And that
to
guy's
other
well done.
architectures, like I lived in Waterdeep, I know my way pretty well. I might have gone to castle at some point, or just visiting or something like that, right? Or around the area.
Yeah, you've been through Neverwinter. Yeah.
Would I assume that there's like underground or cellars or anything like that to places like this?
Possibly. Thus far in your venture through the complex, you have not found anything leading down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible for there to be something underneath, but you've found thus far no indication.
It's okay. All right. So I'm actually, and like I think we should. I told Angus and Meilin I think we should move Gundren to the room that has the lock. At least it'll be a little bit more safe while we check that outside area real quick.
Okay.
I know it sounds like a pain, like back and forth.
Well, I mean, I don't want the guy to die, so.
Exactly. So let's head back in, create a stretcher of some kind, and put him in that room. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm down for
works
that.
for me.
Yeah.
So while they go back into that room, I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna grab
I'll go that way.
one of the beds,
Okay.
or one of the pallets. I'm gonna bring it into the room that we're gonna store Gundren in, so that way he can at least not rest on the floor.
Okay. All right. So you move one of the pallets over.
Yeah, put it in here.
The one with the cockroach.
I don't know about the cockroach.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
So you carry Gundren over there.
Myelin, I
Yeah,
guess,
I
is
help.
gonna help him.
I help.
I'll help me.
Yeah, I helped him.
Just roll the dwarf onto a sheet and just drag his ass all the way through.
I want to be as careful as possible.
His head bouncing on every flagstone.
It's rockets, it's natural environment.
It's like,
All right. So you guys transport Gundren over to the room,
Yeah.
lay him down.
Through
You
the
see him
magic
kind
of
of
television.
as you move him. He kind of groans in pain a little bit, but he's still unconscious.
My God, did that. All right, so, and we have a stretcher built and everything already, or not? Not yet.
You guys had talked about building one.
Can we
but not
build one,
constructing.
please?
Well, I mean, he's already there.
What all? I was trying to
About
look
to
up
when we took him
what
out.
all comes in the thieves' tools kit.
Variety of picks.
Okay.
Yeah, small latchkey type tools, springs, wire, that type of thing.
Okay. Would it be possible? I guess I'll just ask. To, with my knowledge of, and my background of the locksmithing that I've done,
Reverse locksmithing.
reverse
yes.
locksmithing. Thank you. Would it be possible to maybe change the mechanism to a different tumbler combination that I might know?
That would
lock
require
that.
taking the plate off, disassembling the mechanism, and realigning the tumblers inside.
Okay.
Which is what I
How-
suggested, because then we can
Right.
have-
So how long would
Permanent
that
lock.
take? Because we do have someone very handy in that nature.
Between
the
the
two
two
of
of you,
us.
it's something feasible to do.
Okay.
You're a crafter, primarily an armor smith or weaponsmith. What was your area of expertise?
Metal.
Yeah.
It's like I'm an
metal
artificer.
stuff. Yes. No, I would say
I work
preferably
metal things.
armor.
An armor smith.
Okay.
You're reasonably certain you could give it a solid try. The two of you working at it could possibly do this. It's not a guarantee, but it's within the realm of possibility.
Okay. What would the roll be? Do we need to roll for it? I didn't.
I was about to say, is this something that you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because worst comes to worst, we can take this lock with us when we leave this castle. And if we ever come into another situation where, oh no, we don't have a locked door.
We have a door mechanism locked.
Them cutting the door so they can add that mechanism in.
Well,
No, I
no,
mean,
we
you
take
would
the plate off.
Take it apart.
I know,
and
but
store it with us, and then
it's just funny.
Because it's already open, so you're just unscrewing both sides.
yeah.
Go ahead. I would say a intelligence check to properly disassemble the door. This would be a skill check for the two of you.
Would that be individual or?
It would be both of you.
Okay.
We both need to.
I'm sorry. Which one did you
An
say?
intelligence
again?
check.
I found the door.
It's made of wood. 7.
7.
Oh wow, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
You said intelligence, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You taking a modifier?
2. Okay.
There's no modifier.
You
So-
take that 0.
Using one of the pitons, you guys start to jimmy open the mechanism, pulling the plate off of the door
Why wouldn't I just use my smith's tools?
because it's an iron plate that's been hammered into the door. So to get to it,
Okay.
using your smith tools, you take your smaller smithing hammer in the piton to hammer away to start to
wedge
pry
it.
it open. You see, once you wedge it open, you see all the few gears and tumblers in there. And you're like, okay, I got this. You pull it open, and all the pieces fall out.
Well, I didn't
And
say I
you're
could
like-
reassemble it. I just said that I could take it off.
You're like, I have no. Angus is like, I have no idea how to assemble this mechanism, and you're like,
Yeah, I look at Meilin. I'm like, well, your turn.
and Meilin, you look at it for a few minutes, and you pick up a few pieces that spin, and you're like, oh, that's a tumbler. Neither of you guys have any idea how this was constructed
I'm like-
whatsoever.
And I saw them do this.
Well, this
Yes.
is normally how I get doors open anyway, so I don't usually close them. Sorry.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just like,
Well, no, I'm just gonna die.
We tried.
now this door is even more open than the other one.
Yeah.
We
Now the
tried
door
it,
has no
I
lock.
think.
Oh, I have an idea.
Can you heal it?
Yes, I'm gonna heal the door. Oh man, I should.
I know.
With
I
the,
know.
With the 2 roll,
You know
I
what?
do ask if
Yes.
he could heal the door.
It's 5 feet.
I rolled a 2.
I literally had that spell and I took it off to put something else in there.
Door heal?
Oh my god, I'm
Door
so
heal.
stupid. No, mend.
I know, but he's
I know.
messing around. He's like,
I rolled a
door
2.
heal.
Dude,
Well, you didn't
so-
break it; the mechanism just fell apart.
It's just
Mending
on the
would have
floor.
repaired something broken.
Oh, well, in that case, what I do is I take the casing for it, and I take all the little bits and bobbins, put that in my backpack,
Okay.
I put the plate, I just tap it back into place so it looks like nothing was ever done.
And that's a good idea.
Okay, go ahead.
We were never here.
Give me a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus to see if you're able to put this back together
Fudgicles.
I mean,
in a presentable way.
Jesus Christ.
oh god. And it's higher than what I rolled.
How much is it? 5?
That's a big fat 5.
5. So you take the pile of material that you scavenged off the floor, pack it into the plate,
Wasn't I
put the
helping?
Oh, no,
plate
no.
back on.
No, I was taking
Wasn't
all the
I
bits and
helping?
bobbins and putting them
No,
in
we're-
my
Oh,
bag.
in your bag? Okay, so
Yeah, so I'm kind of taking that to see if I can dismantle and maybe make something else.
you take all that stuff, you stick it in a side
Put the thing
side
on
pouch.
and just...
You put the plate on, and you take your smith's hammer to tap it into
Aren't I
place.
helping with that? No.
And
I'm like,
because you didn't say anything,
I'm like, yeah, hold this, and I'm just gonna hit it with my. freaking
and you're like
warhammer.
tink tink tink, krunk, and there's this kind of like divot in the plate, and you're like, and Angus goes, "Good as new."
Nailed it.
Does it fall off on the floor afterwards?
Why would you say something like that?
I take a piton out and I go inside. There's a hole. There's a plate on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can put a piton in there, right, and just hold the door.
From the other side,
No.
or
So there's the mechanism.
Mhm.
He took the back plate off. There's a hole, and the way locks work,
yeah,
they lock like that. So I just take a piton and just stick
And
it
jam it in there?
and jam it in there.
yeah, you can do that.
And I'm like, who wants to stay in here?
This is what happens when we don't play for a month. My dice hate me.
All right, so
So yeah,
Gungan
you
can
wedge
move.
it in there.
Yeah, it will close. And-
Yeah, and that keeps the door closed, and you pick the plate up and put it back on.
No.
Okay.
Because we're still inside. There's no way out besides that entrance.
Yeah.
And I'm on the outside. And I'm like,
So let's do that once we get outside.
Yeah? How are you gonna do that from the outside?
Did the plate on the outside fall?
Yeah,
or
it's-
the
no,
inside
it's-
fall.
The inside one is the one that's messed up and fell in.
Gotcha.
Because you were working on the inside.
So why did you do that?
I was just showing you, like, you could have just done that. But it's in case we
You
need
do
to
see
stay.
that you could pull the panel on the outside off now that everything's been disassembled, and you're reasonably sure that you can leave the outside panel in place that still looks okay. And have it just pull off, and you can jam the piton in from the other side and just
then
put the
close it.
panel on so it looks.
And then they're gonna try to unlock it, and it will never unlock.
It'll probably wake up Gundren too, which would be a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell them that. So
Okay.
it's like, let's head out.
All right, so you guys jury-rigged the door.
Yeah, I take up the plate, I put the piton in. I'm like, hey, do you mind
So upset.
a little bit? Just a little bit. Don't go.
No.
Okay, so I take I take the hilt of the sword and just like gently start putting out like a little bit of pressure on the piton inside. Just
Okay.
a little bit.
Just
like,
to jam the piton in?
yeah, just to jam it in.
Okay.
So going from the metal lock to the wood framing on the door, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The piton is just securing the latch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Makes
and
sense.
then I put the plate
Mhm.
They're gonna put their key in and like
and I make sure that it stays in place.
it just spins
Okay,
around.
you give me a dexterity check
Okay.
plus your proficiency.
Roll for tape.
Dexterity what?
Dexterity plus proficiency.
Plus attack bonus.
7.
7. You
Plus your
are
level.
able to get the plate on there, but it's as it's not
painful.
secured, it kind of looking even on casual inspection,
Oh,
you
my
can tell the
roll.
plate is just kind of hanging in place, but it stays there.
Yeah. I rolled a 20 to help you, but I forgot to say it.
Anyway, so
So-
we're like,
But you're in a 5-foot space. You wouldn't
last
be able
case,
to-
whatever. Let's just move ahead so we can check the place out in that area so we can move out.
I could have done above you.
This is not safe.
So you approach the stone-colored cloth here that's just settling from the last gust of wind. What are you two doing as he's inspecting this?
I just took a peek through that curtain there.
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of use my staff to just enough where I can see if there's anything on the other side. Because again, I know we've come this way and there's kind of some secret curtain entrances more. Well, it's been what, 8 hours since we've been
Yeah.
rested there. We haven't checked half of where we came from, so I just want to double check and look down that way.
Yeah, there's you're only able to see a very, very little bit in there. There is no light
Okay.
in there whatsoever.
Do I see any motion?
You don't immediately see any motion. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
7.
7. You see no
That's my favorite
motion.
number
Just very, very faintly, you can see the door on the far wall there,
Yeah.
but you're barely making out shapes in the darkness here.
Do you think we should just do a run through real quick
Yeah,
to make sure nothing else is in here?
Yeah, we can do that. I think so.
I do want to take a peek and look at the surroundings,
Out like the outside.
like real quick, like see the tree line.
Since we are kind of
'Cause-
sparse, I do kind of yell back like, "Hey Angus, I don't think there's anything over on this side, but I want to check out the rest of the rooms."
I think it's better for Gundren if we do.
Okay, I agree with that. I have a torch right in my pack. Yeah, in my navigation pack, whatever it's called. So I spark up a torch.
Okay, so you light up a torch.
Okay.
All right, so to speed through everything, everybody go ahead and give me perception checks. And you guys tell me what parts of the ground you're covering, or are you splitting
Natural
up?
20?
Finally,
Hell yeah!
something above a
Woo!
10.
House of Crit. You critted your perception. I'm going to then, now that I have a torch, kind of enter, but since I couldn't see fully the last time,
Okay.
I don't go all the way in until I can see down with the torch that there's nothing here, and then I just want to kind of peek this way and go through this way,
Okay,
back around.
so that's his intention. What are you intending to do?
I'm gonna go through here and walk straight down to about. I'll walk through here,
Mm-hmm.
peek into this room.
Well, I'm going through that room.
Yeah, he's
Well,
got
you
this,
guys-
this, and this.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah,
well-
but we didn't say.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I was actually about to say we should meet back here.
At the
If we
front
go
gate.
different paths, that's actually what my plan was going to tell you.
Okay.
So let's say, I guess you came over here. We're just kind of about to split off. So if you want, since
Well,
we
then-
know all of that area,
Okay, since Val's gonna go look outside, what if you take from this door south,
okay.
and I'll take from this door north, just to
Okay.
run through, and if you see any bad guys, just scream.
I can do
Okay, so your total perception was
26.
It's 5.
5. 14. Okay.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Hooray! Drinks all around.
Yeah.
Right. So starting with Val, you look out over the tree line, and you don't see any creatures moving about out there. The trees are good, averaging from 30 to 80 feet away from the boundaries here of the castle. But from that side, you don't see anything, just the trees swaying in the breeze. You see the clouds in the sky, looking for any adverse weather. It's just a bright, sunny day, a couple white clouds here and there. All right. Meilin, you traverse through here. This room being pitch black.
With the torch.
Using the torchlight, you don't see anything. It's just rubble. There's still the smashed goblin in the door that you left there. Do you open the door at all, or?
Yeah, let me go over here. I want to, I guess, investigate the door, just check it out, make sure, see if there's any traps or anything on it, because I know that we haven't looked at that door yet.
Okay,
So
go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigate is 9.
9. It has, just like the rest of the doors that you found here, other than that one secured one, a simple latch on it, but there don't seem to be any traps or anything on it.
Okay, I'll open it and peek out
Okay.
just to see what's on the other side.
You open it up, and in that moment, you're momentarily blinded by the bright sunlight out here. You see that this is sort of a side escarpment entrance, leading to a path that you can see winds towards the front of the castle.
Okay.
You see no creatures as well.
Awesome. Okay, so I close the door then.
Okay.
Just continue on this way.
Okay. Moving through what
This door was open, I believe, when we left it. Okay. I just want to make sure. Do I
Yeah.
see anything on the inside with the torch?
in through here, your vision's much better. The arrow slits do help illuminate in here a bit. The goblin corpses that you left are still strewn about the place, but they don't seem to have moved.
Okay. I kind of just walk up.
You continue through. You find the bodies where you guys left them. You're meeting at the front door area.
Yeah, I wanted to check, make sure that there's nothing. Because remember, there was like a curtain here, right?
Yeah, you push
So
the curtain aside.
Yeah, and then take a peek through here.
Yeah, and there's the three dead goblins that are over there.
Okay. And is this open? Do we leave this open?
I
I think so.
I believe you guys did leave
I
all
don't
the
think we
doors
closed,
open.
yeah, anything really. So I peek through just to see if there's anyone in the foyer.
Nobody there.
Okay.
And once you walk in, you can see that the light is just coming through, illuminating the area. In there are the two goblins that were killed.
Okay. Alrighty.
So leave you there.
Yep.
Switch over to Angus.
Okay. We'll go over here since we don't believe in closing doors.
Nope, you look all the way through. You don't see anything here. There's just the mess of the grick that you guys encountered in here.
That's a scary thing.
Yes.
Then I will go and approach the altar that we defaced.
Okay. It's still in the condition that you left. The goblins kind of piled on top. Yeah, otherwise everything seems to be where you left it.
Alright, I giggle and I keep going.
Okay.
I giggle and I keep going.
Moving through, you find everything as you had left it, reconvening with Meilin at the front doors. The two of you kind of meet roughly at the same time, and as you guys look out on the doors, you see out through the front doors past the balcony out there, the tree line is about 100 feet away, and what you can see is a bugbear at the edge of the tree line, sitting on a rock kind of outcropping, just watching.
Like looking directly at
Mhm.
us.
Looking right at. You're unsure if he's looking right at you or if he's looking at the front of the
Okay.
castle.
That's what I was gonna ask, is if he's looking like at me. with my motion, or is he looking just in my direction, spaced out?
He seems to be from as far away as he is. It just looks like he's sitting there staring right in your direction, but he's making no movement.
You're twice as fast as I am. I want you to run back and get Val and have him look over this and see what he thinks we should do.
All right. So then, are you going to keep an eye on him in case he?
Oh yeah,
changes?
I'm gonna.
Okay. So I just.
Okay, so you get Val,
Dash
and then
back.
you guys return back.
Val, you want to come back with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
There may be a bad guy.
Now, question. As we approach the doorway, is there any change in the bugbear? Does he now see us, or is he still... Because again, if there was one character... and
I'm
then,
staring right at
Yeah,
him.
you've been watching the whole time.
Yeah.
He is just
Any
sitting there
change?
every once in a while. You see him do this kind of motion. And
Okay.
he's just he's sitting like Thanos waiting for the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way that if we were to exit through there into the line, do you think he'll be able to see us on through the side? Like, is it visible?
From the angle that he's at, he's able. That's also the approach that you guys made. You guys were able to see all
exits.
around the castle.
And it was fairly visible, like when we were.
And it's a bright sunny day outside.
No rain.
How far was the tree line when I was peeking out here?
About 60 feet on that side.
Okay. Because there is also an avenue if we need to cut the trees. It's a little bit closer,
No matter what, we're gonna have to say hi to this guy.
probably.
I'd prefer straight on instead of trying to weasel around it.
Okay.
We
What if
killed-
it's a trap? We don't know how many are in the woods.
That's fair.
To my knowledge and training and everything, bugbears aren't the smartest. However, they are pretty cunning and might not just always sit out in the middle of nowhere for no reason.
Do I remember if bugbears follow like a hierarchy of power per se? Like they're really like once their leader kind of falls off, they kind of let loose.
Make a history check.
And I put this point out for both of them to see if they know the answer also.
Yeah, I'm thinking. We studied a lot in the monastery about worldly creatures we might have to fight and encounter.
11.
11. You do know bugbears being not the most common thing in the world, but also not particularly uncommon. Goblin kin, which would be bugbears, goblins, hobgoblins, creatures of that nature, they respect strength. They do follow a might makes right type of hierarchical order.
I got an idea.
Okay.
Isn't the guy that we killed here, this bugbear, like the leader?
He seemed to be.
Is there anything on him that would actually indicate that he was the leader?
He wore a set of a chain shirt armor. He was better equipped than any bugbear that you had encountered previously.
He was a hard ass.
I know what to do.
Okay.
Let's drag that body out, and we
I was
throw.
just thinking that.
And let's just dump it right in front while we're looking at this guy.
Okay.
I start laughing. I start going back. And I'm like, that is a great idea.
Meilin, keep an eye out.
Please.
Okay, so you guys grab the corpse
Yep.
and drag it out,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and you walk out to approach.
And I wanna keep an eye out, like on behind us, just in case it decides to come back in. And Meilin help me, just dump it as unceremoniously. Well, wrong person to ask actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
He's
And
also,
I'm like-
he's also faster than I am.
So keep an eye out inside this area.
Yeah.
Help me out here, and we're gonna. And Meilin, don't look this way for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna carry the body
Up to where we
to
definitely know.
right here.
Well,
Well, no.
it's still 5 feet up though. We have to toss him up. We have to go up the stairs.
No,
No,
those
the stairs go
lead
down.
Oh, never mind.
So, and then we're gonna show him up
Stairs go both ways actually.
as best as possible.
Relative to your position, but those go down from where you are.
Where do I get honey?
So we're gonna show him as best as possible for a good 10 seconds or something
And
like
then
that.
1, 2, 3 toss.
And then we're gonna throw him out.
We should swing him. 1, 2, 3.
No. Well, the reason being I wanna unceremoniously just dump it. If you do a swing, it just looks sharp.
I'm like pushing some of the rubble around over here, just like moving.
And you hear this thump
yeah,
ground
just
sound
listening,
outside.
And I hear.
Yeah, distinctly the sound of a body hitting stone.
And
Like
at the
the
same
bodies
time, I
hit
want
the
to
floor.
keep looking to see what that bugbear is doing.
Oh yeah, my eyes are not off that. Okay.
From out here, a little bit closer, you guys can see he's clearly watching you because you see his head tilt down a little bit as the body hits the ground. He looks back up, and he's sitting on the rock. He doesn't have any weapons in hand, but he looks for a minute, and then he stands up, and
Fireball.
arms crossed, and he does this.
I can see this right still
Mhm.
over the.
Yeah, you can
Angus.
see Pat. You can very very faintly see him.
I see over Angus. Everybody can.
I just.
Yes, you can
Make
see above
sure.
somebody who is 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah, okay. Figured.
And I talked to Angus, and
It seems like a trap.
I mean, it could be a trap, but
Well, that's how I would bait somebody too.
Yeah. Apparently the intimidation didn't.
so I'll
work.
tell you what, it kind of, I think it did. So
He
here's,
provoked a response.
yeah, let's do
Very
this.
true.
You and I go
Do we have any melee
walk
weapons?
forward.
Range weapons?
He's fast. If we need to do, for him to go either go back or forward, he can go in any direction.
I can go. I can also go side to side.
Yeah. I go like this, like. What do you think, Angus? What should we do here?
About how far away is he?
He is a good 100 feet from where you guys 90 feet from where you guys currently are.
Any ranged attacks I can reach in?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. I don't.
We can go halfway.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'll go about halfway, and I'll say in Goblin, the leader that was in this castle is dead.
Actually,
let's
carry him with us.
I'm fine with that.
So between both of us, we're gonna go 50 feet forward.
But I'm dragging him by his foot.
You guys each got 1 foot in hand?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm like,
Don't look.
I'm gonna tell him in Goblin that the leader of the castle here is dead. You really don't need anything more from us. You are free to go. This is your chance to walk away.
The bugbear looks down at it and looks up at you. So you killed Grom, huh?
Well, I can't
And
understand.
I relay in Dwarvish.
Oh no, he said this in common.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, then.
Oh.
I'm like, well, in common, I speak to him. Well, we weren't on a first name basis. But as you can see, he's as dead as fried chicken. I take his foot, and I wiggle it.
His eyes narrow a little bit at
Sorry.
that.
So gruesome.
I'm not looking.
What is it that you want?
Safe passage.
Yeah. I want me and my companions to leave here unmolested.
Will you go without a fight if we don't engage?
You have my word, yes.
I have yours.
I just not.
I can hear them since they're kind of
I mean-
yelling, right?
Have we seen this bugbear before? How about, do I recognize this bugbear?
It's the bugbear that was on the grassy knoll.
Make an insight check.
He wants to make sure it's not the bugbear that smashed.
No, that was the one with the
That was the one
eye
that
patch.
took the eye patch
That
off.
was the eye
of.
patchy. That's right.
Yeah, but if this
That's
is
what
like
I did Kismet in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was the final
Revenge.
smash.
insight,
Mhm.
that's 16. Because I got a
16?
+5.
You don't recognize him at all. He seems to stand a bit taller than the other bugbears that you've met. He's a little more broad-shouldered.
Mm-hmm.
Holds himself a bit more authoritative than any other bugbears that you've encountered before. Before, they seem to just kind of be rather brutish. And while he has the same physical characteristics of them, he's There seems to be a little more going on with him.
Well, he's
Okay.
talked first instead of acted
So,
first.
so
Big difference.
me recognizing that, as you have me roll insight, like you can take the leadership position now that he's been taken down.
I intend to.
We
Cole
don't.
was an idiot.
Anyway, if you do actually continue, do you have any plans for this land?
Make a persuasion check.
So, my question was, since he was 90 feet out, I know they stepped up a little bit to put the body out front.
You can hear that they're talking. You can't make out what they're saying.
Okay.
Not from if you're still back in the entryway.
Yeah.
4.
I'm kind of right.
4.
What is your interest in our dealings?
Honestly, I just want the towns nearby to be safe. There's a lot of Lord's Alliance that's gonna be attempting to bring more people into the areas. We don't intend to actually do you harm, but we don't want you guys to clash with our people. So we just want you to maintain your clan to be as safe as possible. We just don't want any issues. So as long as we establish that, I can tell the Lord's Alliance that there's someone better in power in this area and to stay away from this if this is the area that you want. But that's just negotiation. I can't guarantee anything.
His eyes narrow at you, and you see him think for a minute.
This is our castle. We don't want any outsiders here. But we don't want to be involved in what you're doing. We don't want to be involved with your spider. We don't want to be involved with your dwarf.
That was gonna be my next question. So you're not involved with the black spider at all?
Grohl was stupid enough to agree to the spider's terms. And ever since then, we've been killed.
We are actually, believe it or not, we are actually trying to eradicate this spider.
Good.
I'll put a good word with the Lord's Alliance that'll be coming in the area to maintain this peace.
They keep their distance. We will leave them alone. We just want to live.
That's fair. Is there anybody amongst your ranks that actually hates the black spider enough to actually travel with us against it?
No, none of us would survive.
DM question.
Yep. And scene.
And scene. From this castle, what's the nearest populated area? Would it be Phandelver?
It would be Phandelver from here. Phandelver is, by your estimation, about 2 days away.
But that would take us even farther away from Vega Cave, correct?
From what the maps say, you would have to travel roughly south to get to Phandelver, and then Wave Echo Cave is southeast from
it's on the way.
Phandelver.
It is on the
Well, we need to drop off Gundren too.
That's
'cause he's
at Phandelver, that's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah, we're going back there.
All right.
he's like 5/8 dead.
So,
Mostly dead.
Yeah, mostly.
Hello in there.
so I'm gonna continue the conversation. And this isn't common and lovely, like Angus. So, we should just tell the Lord's Alliance to attempt to stay away from this area, but if they're coming nearby, just announce themselves that they want no trouble, correct?
I mean, that's fine with me. And I wave to him and I say, "Live in peace." I turn around and I walk back to the castle.
And as he's walking away, and we have your promise, correct? That no harm will come to me and my friends that are leaving this area.
You have the word of Targo that your people are safe from mine, provided we are left alone.
Targon or Targon?
Targor.
Targor. Well, Targor, my name is Val. I just wanted to let you know that.
I'm looking for my brother.
Actually, I was gonna ask, do you know
The
anything?
rest of him?
I'm looking for a gold dragonborn that was taken by this creature here. Do you know anything about that?
I think he's 5/8 as well.
Sorry, thanks for a minute.
What's your business with him?
He's my brother. And a super serious face, like looking at straight.
Carter, this guy cocks his head, looks at you. He's like,
Not every brother has to be blood related.
for listening to House of Crit presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver. Join us next time as the adventure continues. If you like our content, please like, share, and comment. For more House of Crit, you can join us at houseofcrit.com and on our YouTube channel. Click on the links in the description below for more Dungeons & Dragons content, and be sure to check out Behind the Screen, a roundtable discussion featuring the Dungeon Masters of House of Crit.